With the latest stimulus package last year, many Australians say they feel much safer in their jobs. And there's a particular section of the workforce that's found itself very well employed recently. Professional Julia Gillard impersonators.
Oh, yes. Now, videos of these comedians pretending to be Gillard, they're all over YouTube like a red rash. I mean, Gabby Millgate does a Gillard, of course, Jackie Loeb, she's got her own impression of Gillard. Amanda Bishop, there's talk of a TV series starring her. Veronica Milsom, I think she also does one, posts up the videos. The only one I wasn't sure about was the one that Tommy Dean did.
Moving forward. Everyday working Australian family.
It's not bad. I can't quite pinpoint what's wrong with it. Is it the voice?
I don't know.
But look, while these Gillard impersonators live the good life, there is a dark flip side to all this, as explored in a special report coming up tonight on Lateline.
I am truly honoured to lead this country, which I love.
The appointment of Gillard to the top job has left these Kevin Rudd impressionists on Skid Row. And perhaps none has felt the blow more keenly than long-time Rudd impersonator Anthony Ackroyd.
It always hurts to say goodbye.
Can I say this? Do I know any other life? No, I don't. I've been impersonating Rudd since I was just 12 years of age.
We make a very special team.
Of course, the real Rudd was about 12 years old himself at the time, and the teachers found my behaviour rather odd. But I said to myself, this kid might be PM someday. And if so, I will score a lot of gigs. Was I right about that? Yes, I was. And you know something? I'm proud of the fact that I do a good Rudd. I'm proud of the fact that I performed at over 200 corporate breakfasts. I'm proud of the fact
Look, speaking of odd casting decisions, have you seen that that Labor ad that's doing the rounds at the moment? It's the Labor ad attacking Tony Abbott's record on health. I think we've got it here.
Can working families trust Tony Abbott with Australia's health service? As Minister, Mr Abbott cut $1 billion from public hospitals, enough to fund more than 1,000
Now,
beds.
if we just stop the ad there, look at that. They've cut that kid in half. And I found out why. See, that's what happens when you hire Dr Patel to help you make an ad. That's right.
Hello, sir. We're from the government's home insulation safety program. I just wondered if we could check the insulation of your roof.
You don't look like people want to get more roof.
Oh, yes, we are certainly from the government's home insulation.
I don't think so.
Are you sure we can't check the insulation? We don't want you to get burnt either here or in hell, sir. Could we please check your insulation, just make sure it's okay?
Certainly may.
Thanks very much, sir. Thank you. So tell me, what do you know about Jesus?
What do I know about Jesus? He wasn't around when I was born, no.
One can say the only true insulation is that of the Lord.
Hello, we're just checking the insulation for the government. I wonder if we could come in.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Actually, if you could just wait outside, we'll check out the television.
It's very dangerous. Hello, we're just checking insulation for the government.
Good morning. I'm from the Government Insulation Inspection Program, and I'm here to have a quick look at your insulation.
Yeah, sure. Come in.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the 6:30 World News. I'm Lee Lin Chin. Tonight, the insulation fiasco.
It's not always easy to tell what the main policy differences are between the two parties. So here to spell it out, it's over to Chaz with Policy Watch.
Now, Tony Abbott spent most of the Liberal launch comparing his asylum seekers policy to Julia Gillard's. So we thought we'd get to the essence of both of them. First of all, Labor. Now, they promised regional processing to stop the boats. Only the region is opposed, so let's get rid of that, which means there's nowhere to process them, and therefore no one's going to stop anything. So in the end, Labor is promising boats. As for the coalition, they promised to turn the boat people around with the Pacific solution. But the refugees in Nauru end up in Australia anyway, so it's not really a solution at all, so cross that out. And the Navy says you can't turn them around, get rid of that, or they'll scuttle their own boats, so bye-bye boat, leaving the coalition's real solution for asylum seekers, people in the Pacific. And that's Policy Watch.
How to treat a lady with Tony Abbott. In polite society, one should never keep a lady waiting. But if one is late for a meeting with a lady, make sure you swear right at the bitch. That's bullshit.
One issue we haven't heard much about yet at all this election from either party is the issue of defence. Now, we've got the war in Afghanistan dragging on, and I think there's some growing unease about, about our troop commitment in the region.
Yeah, well, actually, look, I got to meet some of the troops recently, Chris. They have these programs, where singers and comedians like us, we actually go to Afghanistan, yes. We entertain the troops.
Yes.
And, I got the call up to play some songs for the Australian Army, but there was a bit of a mix-up, and I accidentally got deployed to the Salvation Army by mistake. It was very hard doing my funny little songs with the marching band coming through like
Look,
that.
I had a very similar experience. I mean, I was also supposed to entertain the Australian Army, but again, through some sort of clerical mix-up, I got deployed to the Barmy Army.
Oh,
now, not an easy crowd at all. I mean, even when I pulled out my best material like cracked pepper, I even did a bit of Clive Pugh.
Oh, didn't I go for a Clive Pugh?
The crowd just didn't want to know about it.
Ah. It's show business. She's a cruel mistress.
Oh, you tell me about it.
Look, but somebody who has actually been to Afghanistan is a good mate of ours, the comedian Tom Gleeson. He's been over there a few times now. He loves entertaining the troops, he says, although he does say the quality of the gig can vary a bit, depending on when and where it takes place.
Gleeson, it's great to be here. Last night I was in Dubbo, so it's great to be anywhere. Did any of you guys watch MasterChef?
If you take expert out of the equation, I know coffee. There are two things I know in life. I'm confident to say two things. One is coffee. The other is, you forget? No, the other is the phrase "Tea in Canberra." It's the most beautiful phrase in the world. In fact, I think Hamlet would be a much better play if the prince had come out and said, "To be or not to be, tea in Canberra." This is a good coffee.
Has been a horror week for Labor, and it's now looking like their strategy of rushing to an early election might have failed.
Yes, Gillard's certainly slumped in the polls since her initial honeymoon, but luckily the ALP always has a neat solution whenever their leader gets slightly on the nose.
Yeah, that's right. So I joined the faceless men in the party back room to see if we could organise a new ALP spill to save the day.
Thanks very much.
Wayne, just wondering.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
The polls don't look so good for you, so wondering if the faceless men tap you, will you take over the leadership? Come on. A good government's lost its way, Wayne. Don't you think it'd be good for a Queenslander to be Prime Minister? Come on, the faceless men are tapping you, Wayne. It's time to don't make your move. You can even pretend to be loyal. You don't want to be part of it. Look, now you're a faceless man. Turn around and face the camera.
Decision 2010. Never before has the choice been so stark. It's Tony Abbott.
This election is not going to be allowed to degenerate into a scare campaign.
Versus Tony Abbott.
Effectively, the country is exposed to a form of peaceful invasion.
Who will triumph in this battle of the titans? This man?
I do not support great big new taxes on production.
Or this man?
Importantly, the cost is borne by big business.
This election, which Tony Abbott will you be voting for?
Mind you, I mean, Labor did do similar things last election, and back then they were very effective. In fact, given how disastrous the moving forward slogan's been, I actually reckon Labor should have just stuck with their 2007 campaign slogan, New Leadership, and just updated the photo. I think that would have worked perfectly well.
Works fine.
But, you know, look, they can't actually reuse everything from 2007, because I'm not sure this ad holds up, for example. A little bit out of date there on a couple of points, but not to worry. With a few audio tweaks, we've been able to update the ad to reflect the true Labor Party of 2010.
How to treat a lady with Tony Abbott. When a lady invites you out to an evening's entertainment and you wish to decline the offer, be sure to soften your refusal by making a joke about rape.
Are you suggesting to me that when it comes from Julia, no doesn't mean no?
Bravo, Tony.
Corey Bernardi. Corey, I've got a very important issue. I just want to make sure you're on Transport.
I can't see you.
Well, this is it. But are you going to ban Darth Vader masks as well? Did you see that robbery recently, the Darth Vader mask?
No, I haven't been caught up with that.
There's been a robbery.
I'll watch your show on Wednesday and find out about the Darth
And will you ban Darth Vader masks? Will you ban Darth Vader masks?
Look, I'll take it into my, my arsenal of consideration.
Yeah, no, it's very important. You know, people are wearing Darth Vader masks and they could rob things. Are the police onto that? Okay, you're onto that though? Burkas, Darth Vader masks, okay? Yeah, okay, thanks mate. That's right. Just be on the lookout for people in Darth Vader masks, okay? And burkas.
Our economy relies on mining companies spending money and creating jobs for us now and in the future.
Oi, can you hurry up? We're trying to shop here, okay?
Might sound like a good idea.
Authorised by S. Benison for the Association of Mining and Exploration Companies, Perth.
I'm Rex, Malcolm Turnbull's best friend.
Just hang on.
Often his only one. This week I'm talking about mining tax. As a Liberal dog, I'm a big supporter of mining. I even do a bit myself at Malcolm's place. But Wayne Swan says miners should be taxed more because they're fat cats. And I hate cats. Almost as much as Malcolm hates Tony, and Nick, and Andy, and Barnaby. Not to mention this fellow. In the Turnbull house, we like royalties for mining, just not for head of state. Besides, if you want to tax mega profits, there are much better places to look. Which is why, when it comes to mining companies, I take the Coalition's traditional stance.
Now, over the past month, we've had a little bit of mail from upset viewers who've really missed their regular fix of Margaret and David on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, but the good news is Margaret and David are back in their usual slot tonight, coming up very soon. But for those of you who've missed their reviews over the past 4 weeks, and if you want to know what they thought very quickly, we're very pleased to now present Margaret and David, the condensed edition.
Some chili, I like it. I hate it. 2.5 stars.
2 stars.
Chilies, I like it. 3 stars.
I hated it. 2 stars.
Scott Pilgrim, hated it. 2.5 stars.
3.5 stars.
And that's all from us.
Can I just say how much I hate handheld camera
No, I'm
work?
sorry, David. There isn't time. Good night.
Good night.
تیره شپه یې کړي وو یو تروریستي او ظالم عمل وو د خپل ناروا غرور او د ناروا اغراضو لپاره او د نړۍ غریب مسلمانان هدف ګرځولي دي او خپل ګټې یې د اسلامي امارات پر مقدس حمله یو تروریستي عمل دی بلکې د مسلمانانو په حریم د ټوله اسلامي نړۍ په حریم تیری او د اسلامي نړۍ توهین دی او په مختلفو ملکونو باندې د خپل یرغمل لمن وهي
How to Treat a Lady with Tony Abbott. In polite society, no matter how much a man is provoked, he should never attack a woman. A man should only attack people dying of mesothelioma.
Just because a person is sick doesn't mean that he is necessarily pure of heart.
Bravo, Tony.
Joe, look what we got for you. We got you a faceless man. Yeah, put him in here. You want to put him in there? No, you're going to need him. You are the worst numbers, man. When you take Tony down, you need a faceless man, okay? What's his name, huh? We don't know his name. You never know their names, do you? You don't need to know their names, okay?
No, just call him Senator.
Senator, exactly.
Covers the whole field.
Take the faceless man, it's yours.
Come over, thanks. Such a good-looking guy.
You are. You're
such a good-looking guy.
You're a good team. He particularly likes taking down people from Sunrise, actually.
Yeah, sunset. See you later. Do you eat much? No.
Tony, the faceless man's here to talk to you, man.
I'm wondering where you are.
He's here to talk. He wouldn't face you on Q&A. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see. It's Mark up here. Look.
Yeah, good on you, Mark.
Now, Tony, can he do the numbers for you?
Yes. No, we're looking for a man that has a poker face.
Yeah, he's got a poker face and a dagger.
We can do the numbers, and then no one will know what's happening while we're doing it.
All right. Well,
I think it's essential.
Let's just put it this way, Tony.
And of this intellect, see by his frontal lobe.
Yeah, exactly.
Got something happening.
If you do the numbers wrong, he'll be after you. Okay?
Yeah. No, well, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
He's attacked the others.
I know.
Well,
he has, hasn't he?
Like called rubble.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Well, that's the future for you. We're just going to lend him to Malcolm Turnbull too.
Okay.
See you, Tony.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, Chaz. You know what, mate? Just quietly, I think you might have made your way into one of the DVD extras. Let's go edit.
Okay.
Oh, it's Chaz. Oh, how much fun
That was me all along. That was awesome. That was the best 45 minutes I ever spent.
Coming up on Lateline, the science behind the Liberal Party's environment policy.
The idea of biosequestration is to catch carbon and to bury it underground in the soil.
Like this example here?
Oh, no, that's just us trying to shut Barnaby Joyce up.
Solving the carbon crisis by burying everything under the earth.
I'm particularly excited about this biosequestration car. I mean, this is a real game changer. Just so long as nobody ever actually drives it.
And giving the planet every chance to survive.
This here is what we call envirosequestration, which has been very effective.
How does it work?
Well, we take all the evidence that says climate change is real and we bury it under the ground.
Mr. Joyce. You've said that feral pigs are having to fill out too much red tape before they can go out. Are you going to change that in a coalition government?
I think that's an incredibly important point, that we just don't want any feral pigs, no feral pigs. I think a policy...
No, but you said the feral pigs are having to fill out too much red tape. Magna Carta's a red tape. Are you going to cut down on the red tape that feral pigs have to fill out?
I think it's very important that we deal with red tape, red pigs, the whole lot. Thank you very much.
Mr. Joyce, what kind of Greek tragedy would the coalition be if in a cockpit? Would it be a jumping Greek tragedy? What kind of Greek tragedy would a coalition be? A jumping?
I wish you all the best.
A star jumping Greek tragedy?
Yes, very good.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Joyce.
How do you? Glad you could make it. That'd be ridiculous. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Come on inside. You know we're here.
How do you do, people? It's Canberra.
Very nice to meet you, T. Bishop Canberra.
So, pretty nice weather we're having.
I'm terribly sorry, I'm not very good at small talk.
Yes, but he is very good at fast talk.
One of the fastest in the business, but I've been very impressed by the quality of your fast voiceover work this election.
Oh, thank you very much. You don't think it was too fast?
Too fast, not at all.
Not even a little bit?
You can go too fast.
Thank you. Coming from you, that's a very good compliment indeed. In fact, if it's not too much trouble, would you ever consider writing me a reference?
I'd be very happy to write you a reference that was written and authorised by T. Bishop Canberra.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you tell me if there's any more wine left?
I'm sorry, Kamal, you're talking far too slow.
Incredibly slow.
In fact, Kamal, take my card, a couple of sessions with me and I'll have you saying why people are so unkind in under 0.02 seconds.
Let me try. Why, it was so unkind.
Not a bad effort, not too bad at all. But you left something out, didn't you?
I forgot to say, written and authorized by K. Canberra Brand Ken. Cheers.
Mark Latham, you've won another Mao for trying to lose the election for Labor again and for trying to lose your job again. Come on, Mark Latham handshake. Mark Latham handshake.
Well, Mr. Russell, where have you been? You haven't been at the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
No, I haven't been there.
No.
You've done your research. You are a journalist. All those years you told us to hate journalists, and now you've proved it. Well done. Channel 9 apology was fantastic, because Channel 9 hasn't even apologised for dance your ass off. That was a brilliant achievement.
So where the bloody hell are you?
The Australian tourism industry, scarred by a swearing controversy in 2007, it was pulled out of the doldrums by visionary film director Baz Luhrmann. Now the artistic maestro is back, called in by the government yet again, this time to revamp our national health system. Well, in the past, health has focused too much on the negatives, disease, illness, but Baz wants people to feel good about going to hospital, He wants to make an exciting experience which takes patients on a journey. Luhrmann and his creative partner and wife Catherine Martin this week unveiled their bold new vision for our healthcare facilities. They want a sort of postmodern, ironic, high camp feel for the cardio units. And then, of course, obstetrics is going to be much more epic and sweeping, but with a Baz twist, a kind of Gone with the Wind meets Miami. Luhrmann also wants health to reach a wider mainstream audience, and for his first year has programmed a dazzling season of surgery.
He wants to have singing surgeons, dancing surgeons, little Aboriginal surgeons.
Baz can use his clout to bring in celebrity patients. Like Nicole Kidman's weekly Botox injection, that is a very hot ticket. Doctors and the department have all welcomed Luhrmann's vision.
You'll find you'll probably be left with a tiny scar, but that's okay. After the operation, we'll move you into Fox Studios and remove that with CGI.
But the opposition's concerned about potential budget blowouts.
Well, that's nonsense. We're actually saving money here because we no longer need to buy anaesthetic. We just make patients watch Australia and they're asleep in seconds.
Baz Luhrmann, Australia thanks you once again. This Saturday on 10, if you loved Bondi Rescue and swooned at Bondi Vet, then you're gonna love our all-new election night special, Bondi Scrutiny.
Hi, you gotta help me. We've got a very important ballot box stuck up a tree.
Get all the swings, trends and drama from Australia's favourite beachside electorate.
We've got a whole lot of postal votes caught in a rip. Copy?
Bondi Scrutiny, seriously desperate election coverage.
Not too long now until Late Line gets underway, but look, just time for a quick whip around the studio to look at the latest polls.
Yes, Newspoll had some interesting stats this week on the key concerns of voters this election. 17% want the parties to better explain their industrial relations policy, 12% want the parties to explain their position on Afghanistan, and a whopping 71% want the parties to explain the plot of the movie Inception.
And look, finally, an interesting pie graph from The Australian this week, but sadly David Barker's taken a big bite out of the pie, so it's quite hard to read.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes,
four.
I think that's another one.
Oh.
Yeah, straight up there.
I'm determined to get double figures between
We'll
now
get
and the
there.
end.
Go, Ben.
That's about 210.
Just recording the final moment.
The excitement.
That was orgasmic.
That's too much.
card.
And we're away.
Excellent. Woo!
Last one. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Just a poor young boy, a childhood with no love or joy.
That's where I used to live, in the bottom flat on the right.
You struggled all those years in double pay.
Very touching memory.
Life was tough and cruel, forced to go to private school, and live on scraps of bread with duck pate.
Australia is a unique
This is
and
about
independent
the
country.
future of our planet.
Destined to go far. Thought you'd be prime minister. Had your chance, but your dream got burned. Now you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Wentworth, weeping. Doctors want to see the climate.
Hang on, just settle down.
Love you, but not quite as much as you love yourself. You can put a tax on pub and haze. Just don't tax the soil or taste. When heaven fails, you will rise again. And you'll reign, you'll reign, you'll reign, you'll reign. Don't stop believing. One day you'll be
OK, now last week, you may remember we had the Liberal Deputy Julie Bishop on the show, and she was comprehensively triumphant, she was, in a couple of stare-off contests.
Yes, and so this week we thought it was only fair to invite someone from the other side of politics to take part in a similar style of game.
So with that in mind, please give a big welcome to the Labor Minister for Housing, Tanya Plibersek.
Tanya, how are you? How are you enjoying the campaign so far, Tanya?
Loving every minute.
You're loving every minute of it?
Loving every minute.
It's kind of good for you in a way, I guess, because if it keeps going this way, you could still be the first elected female Prime Minister. Is that right?
Yes. Loving every minute.
Loving every minute, yes.
Right on message.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, we're going to get you into a game here, Tanya.
Yeah.
Now, Tanya, look, we've heard you're not much of a starer, the rumour's out, and we've run out of gnomes, frankly,
Yeah,
so we've devised a brand new game for you to play, and your opponent is the very fearsome Julian Morrow. The game is Political Guess Who?
Yes.
Look at this. Pull up a seat.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, do you know the game Guess Who, Tanya?
Yeah. Yeah.
You kind of do. It doesn't. It's pretty simple, OK. Jules, you know the game, presumably?
I do, but Tanya's got an advantage because the Labor Party's been playing Guess Who about the leaks all week.
Yeah, it is true. And they've also probably bet against themselves as well. All right, let's get into it now. Well, firstly, we have to find a card. You choose this card. This is what Julian's got to guess. Pick a card, any card. All right, let's show that to the audience. Here you go. Julian has to guess this politician.
Polly, of course, is from the Labor Party. Now, Jules, the mystery person that Tanya's going to have to guess is this one.
All right. You get one choice each. Go backwards and forwards with the question. Tanya, you're our guest. You can kick it off.
Julian, does this person like to be photographed in Speedos or Lycra? Has he said that he's on a short leash this campaign?
Does like to be photographed, but not in Speedos. No.
OK, well, that's him down.
Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you include photographed in Lycra, shouldn't we get rid of Christopher Pine as well?
Yeah.
All right.
I've seen the pics.
All right, Tanya, does the mystery person think that they'll be Prime Minister one day?
No.
All right, that's Bill Shorten gone then. I think Tony Burke would be gone as well. I don't even think she'll be thinking that, so... All right, Greg Combay gone. I'll get rid of half of them with this. Swanee gone too. OK.
Yeah, that's good. Has your mystery person won any staring competitions recently?
Only in the mirror. No. OK. This is just to get rid of this person. Does your mystery person look like they should be in a porno? No? OK, well, Mike Kelly definitely gone there. Right. Okay. Sure. Depends what you're into, I suppose.
Maybe from the 70s.
Surely that eliminates a few more.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm into weird sort of stuff, yeah.
What are you saying, Tanya?
OK. Now, is your mystery person economically illiterate? Can they tell their billions from their millions?
Billions they can do, absolutely. No problem at all. Yeah, they are economically literate.
Right, well, that's him down. That's, him
Jeez, got
down.
a few of them here.
Yeah, it's probably him down. Got something in mind for him later, so got him down.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's all
OK.
right.
All right.
Oh, and him.
So you're saying Sophie Mirabella is economically competent? That's good, OK.
No,
It's the biggest compliment she's got in Parliament, actually.
I wouldn't go that far.
All right, OK, we'll flick it down. All right.
Okay.
Is the mystery person a respected senior Labor figure?
Yes.
Peter Garrett's gone. Simon Crean, I think, gone. Not sure. That
better
can
not
go.
have been me.
Yeah. just out of interest.
I'm going to get rid of all of them.
Out of interest, is Tanya still up there?
OK.
All right, your turn, Tanya.
If I were a dog, would I be described as a yapping poodle?
No, I think that's a no. Definitely a dog, but not a poodle. OK. All right. OK.
What would you describe Bronwyn Bishop as? What kind of dog?
Not yapping.
More a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Well, with lipstick.
With lipstick,
With lipstick,
yes.
yeah, OK. All right. Can I speak English?
Yes.
Yes, OK,
Yes.
so
Very
gone,
articulate.
and
Yeah.
Martin Ferguson definitely gone as well.
If you were able to travel in time and meet up with Genghis Khan, would he think you had some good points to make?
I thought you were going to ask whether he'd be preferred Prime Minister to Kevin Rudd. Would he have some good points to make? Yeah, he definitely would. Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Oh, getting down now.
No.
OK. All right.
So you're saying Wilfred Tucky is to the left of Genghis Khan, is he? Or is it just the problem that he is Genghis Khan?
Certainly as old as Genghis Khan.
All right. Is the mystery person the Prime Minister's boyfriend?
No.
No, all right. So that, and just for old time's sake, put him down as well. All right.
I don't know. They could be. OK. If you were a Simpsons character, would you be Mr. Burns?
No, I am not Philip Ruddock. Ooh, all right. Do I have a serious chance of losing my seat at the next election?
No.
And given the current polls, I think... Yeah, we'll leave it at that. All right.
OK. have you been described by anyone on your own side as a mad uncle?
Mad, but not an uncle, I'd say. But rarely gets anything positive. I've got to go for one here. Am I the horrendously ugly Laurie Ferguson? No. Oh.
Is there a hot Laurie Ferguson?
He's the hottest of the Fergusons.
Have you been dumped by your own side for believing in climate change?
Yes, I have. I am Malcolm Turnbull.
Which means Tanya Plibersek is our winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Well played. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good game.
Tanya. And, of course, nobody leaves Yes We Canberra empty-handed for winning tonight's game of Guess Who. Tanya, we've got a lovely prize for you. It's Kevin Rudd's gallbladder. A little something to remember Ruddy by. Please thank Tanya Plibersek.
Tanya Plibersek, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I will. So, usually we get further into the scene, you know, but...
Okay, apparently
I thought they were going to say, yes, that's incredibly good.
I made that up, but let's do it anyway. Here we go.
That's too big.
Depends what it comes off. All right, in the past fortnight, we have had Julie Bishop and Tanya Plibersek join us on the show, and it seems it's only the female Pollies who are willing to accept our invitations, I think. Well, that trend continues tonight as we give a big Yes We Canberra welcome to the member for Bennelong. From the Labor Party, Maxine McHugh. That's the other party's jingle. Sorry about that, Maxine.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to the set of Late Line. Did you miss this set?
It hasn't changed much. No, I've moved on.
You've moved on.
Yeah,
moved forward, have you?
Moved on.
Moved on. There you go.
Now, we've come up with a new game for you, Maxine. You'll be thrilled to hear. It's not so much a game as a form of interrogation. It's a little segment that we like to call the polygraph.
Come over here.
Hey.
Now, we've got a lie detector machine over here.
Yes, put your fingers in here.
We borrowed it from Carl Sanderlands.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, that could hurt.
The way that the segment works is we're going to hook you up to the lie detector and ask you a series of questions about your political career. So have you ever had one of these tests before, Maxine?
No, this is the first.
All right, there you go. She's set up.
But I'm not the first.
Are you feeling comfortable there?
I'm feeling like an idiot.
Oh, it's true. Well done, it works.
The machine works. OK, then. Well, question number one. Let's begin.
OK.
The day that you toppled John Howard from Bennelong, was that a great day for Australia?
Yeah, it was a great day.
True! Well, no, you are a politician, you can lie if you want, OK?
Your opponent in Bennelong this time, of course, is former tennis champ John Alexander. Besides tennis skills, do you think John has anything whatsoever to offer?
Look, I don't want to be unkind here.
That's untrue, yes.
But I think he's got a lot to offer the voters of Bradfield, which is where he lives.
Oh, yeah,
well, he does live in Bradfield.
That is
and
true.
The rest was rubbish. But, I mean, look, honestly, though, the polls...
Are you taking this test?
I'm not strapped to the machine. It doesn't respond to me. The polls in your seat, they are on a knife edge, speaking realistically, but you reckon you've got this totally in the bag, don't you?
No, this is tight. This is as tight as a drum.
You're lying.
You
Who made this
You're
machine?
very
Come
confident.
on.
This is look, how could you question this equipment? Look at it.
Something wrong with it.
Now, we've got, Maxine, we've got
It's
some...
tight.
This is how they decide American elections, actually.
The hanging bell.
We've got some footage of you here, Maxine. I'd like to ask you a question about it. Are you embarrassed by that footage?
No, come on. I danced.
No,
Come on. I danced my way to victory. You're kidding.
Okay.
No, they call me the dancing queen of Bennelong. Come on.
Should you be embarrassed by that dancing is a different question.
Well, I could have done, with a bit of prep,
Who do you prefer, Julia or the real Julia?
Yeah, well, look, Julia is a tough-minded lady, and I like tough-minded ladies. What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I think it's your waffle's confusing it. Do we have a yes or no on that?
All right, that's a good idea. Just a yes or no answer for this one. Do you think the Citizens' Assembly is a good idea?
Yeah, yes, I do, because participating... Oh, come on! You didn't just say this is a yes or no.
No, it's okay. Well, give us the longer answer then. Let's see how that goes.
Participative democracy is a good idea. In fact, any time that the Parliament throws its doors open and a lot more Australians come into the place, it's a good idea.
You sent the machine to sleep.
Oh,
it's like...
I feel I'm in one of those early Bond movies.
You're looking a bit like it too, Octopussy.
It's funny. She had no response to that, Andrew. You obviously don't turn on at all.
I thought I was Bond. As a general rule, do you think Labor politicians ever lie?
The very idea. I don't know how you can suggest such a thing.
You're very clever. You know how to make that make a sound. I just
Leave again.
Did you hold your breath when you did that or something?
Oh, well, let's move on to your media career now, Maxine. Now, tell us.
Do you mean moving back?
Yes.
Yes, don't utter that phrase.
OK.
Do you reckon you were a better host of Late Line than Tony Jones?
Oh, dear.
Come on.
She shifts uncomfortably in her seat. I had my nights.
Did too.
Yeah, but none of them on Late Line.
OK, but look, Sorry. That's really unkind.
Sorry.
That was really unkind and uncalled for.
We have to work with Tony.
I'm
sorry.
I'm being a good sport here.
Sorry.
But look, I have to tell you, some of my... A lot of my female constituents do say, Tony's a bit of a dreamboat.
No, that's true, yeah. So do we.
Maxine, is it true that everyone at the ABC votes Labor?
I wish. We need those votes.
How do you reckon Kerry O'Brien votes?
Well, the last time I checked, he does live in the federal seat of Warringah. Yeah, held by, Tony Abbott.
So these are all facts.
These are all facts.
More interested in opinions.
No, I have no idea. I have no evidence either way. I have no evidence either way, I suspect he swings.
What about Mark Latham? Do you think he could ever make a credible journalist?
I doubt he'd ever get a gig, hosting Late Line. Let me put it that way,
We said credible journalist, though.
Listen, I thought you were mates with
Sorry.
Tony. I thought you were mates with Tony and Lee.
All right, look, finally then, Maxine, now, as one of the very few supporters that Rudd had on the day that he was overthrown, poor old Kevin, is there a small part of you that's just secretly hoping that Julia loses the election?
What? And helps make Tony Abbott Prime Minister of Australia? You've got to be kidding.
Maxine McHugh has passed the polygraph.
Thank you. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy it?
I'll come back next week. Yeah, this is great.
For being such a good sport, Maxine, you will be taking home a very lovely prize. It's your very own handicapped Andrew Peacock.
Oh, look. Here you go. Andrew, Andrew, come this way. I'll take care of you, darling.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maxine McHugh.
Whoops.
Dear ABC, my ears are burning. I heard the Chaser team incessantly using the F word about politicians. If they were intelligent satirists, they should have taken a leaf out of Kevin Rudd's book and described the candidates as cunts. Full of